graduated in 1984. That is when now I was posted from Meru, Igoji Teachers Training College, to a place known as Kebaroti Primary School. That is where now I met my first wife, Esther Nyamboge Ngige. Her home was around there, so I was very young and smart by then. So that is when I got my wife, Esther. I married her in 1985, 86 there. Then we stayed for, we had 2 kids, that is Winnie and Fred Mara. But we parted ways in 1988. Doesn't know. Now the traditional name, the home name, Marwa, his second name is Senso. Senso is his name. Senso. And that man Senso was a traveler. His number. Yeah. I called him. Yeah. I told him, Marwa, I am your biological father. Yeah. Then Marwa cut off the phone. Marwa has no any other father on earth except me. Exactly. Marwa should come and look for his birthright. I am the father. Yeah. The fact that we differed with the mother, that was me and my wife. Yeah. It doesn't concern Marwa. Marwa is an innocent blood of mine, and Marwa is my son. Marwa is my first.
My good people, I greet you all and I say welcome to this my today's video, and I'm going to be very short, and I know how to keep my time. Remember, this is your boy Kamanja_Kenya, and if you are coming in for the first time, consider subscribing to this amazing channel. Tell a friend to tell another friend. Like these videos, watch them from the start to the end. And as I always say, your support is what is putting me where I am, and I will always appreciate your support towards me. Without you, all these things that I'm doing would actually lack meaning. Without you, I wouldn't be here where I am today. So your support is all. I always say a big thank you. And I also say a big thank you to my God Almighty, because He's the one who gives me life. He's the one who gives me this breath, and He's the one who gives me this energy to bring to you this content. So your support and God's presence is all is putting me here, and is all that is giving me energy actually to talk about something today. From my introductory part of it, I think you've seen it, and I think you've heard it, and actually it's something that surprises me. It's something that makes me very actually I'm surprised, and I'm coming across this thing for the first time. Remember, I'm a very new guy. I'm growing. I'm an upcoming guy, and actually from the introductory part of it, you have actually seen what I'm going to talk about today. So guys, today in my vlog, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. Number one, I'm talking about Marwa's alleged biological father. I call him alleged fake biological father. I call him alleged fake biological father. A scripted father. A scripted father. A scripted father as a reservist. That is Cohera Senior. He's Cohera Senior. He's an old guy, and I must actually approach him with a lot of respect, because he is the age of my father. So this guy finally, as a reservist, nobody has been waiting for him. A reservist some 8 months ago, if I'm not wrong, about 8 months, some times back. Yes, he resurfaced some times back within this year. And his year is now an upcoming YouTuber. He's now an upcoming YouTuber. You see, guys, how things change gradually. They change very abruptly. They change very drastically. People don't believe in a good course of gaining. People only believe in shortcuts. Shortcuts in life, no. They are not supposed to be there. Shortcuts in life, I say a big no. So, Cohera Senior, shame on you. Okay, I ask for forgiveness, and in Swahili we say ashakum si matusi, and that is why I'm saying Cohera Senior, shame on you. Shame on you. As a respected person, a person of your age, a person of your mind, because I've listened to you, I've watched you, you claim to be to have gone to school. Things are not supposed to be handled the way you did or the way you are doing. You might be having your own reason as to why you went to that extent, but actually, somebody of good sound mind, a teacher by profession, that was not the correct way. That was not the correct direction of taking things. In fact, the step you took is for someone who has not gone to school. Someone who has never gone and seen a school's gate. Shame on you. Respect your age. Just respect your age, and anything that you claim for, you know, you've gone to school, you know the procedures. But don't just come up, don't just resurface. Even a seed is planted, before it germinates, it takes a lot of time. That is the procedure I'm talking about. Follow the best procedures. Respect your age. You see, the step you guy took is very disrespecting. First, you've disrespected the status of Ayamara. I know you did this because you only wanted to attract guys. You only wanted to attract people. You only wanted to make someone's platform to grow. And actually, after seeing that somebody grew from your own sentiments, they have just come in again to start you a channel. You are now at maybe some 3 weeks old in YouTube. After now, you resurfaced, you died, and now you've resurrected with a YouTube channel. And actually, it's doing fine. And that's why I'm asking you to actually respect your age. Things are not supposed to be done like that. If you do things like that, what do you expect for a kid, somebody who is 10 years old, to do? You were supposed to use your common sense. You've been there since 1987, the way you claim, 1988. I am 37 years old now. That is when I was born. And actually, I don't take things the way you've taken them. I don't just pronounce things the way you've just pronounced them. Your sentiments cannot be categorized under very normal human beings. In fact, your sentiments are very absurd. It's good. You are going to fight. You are going to listen to me. Don't disrespect. If you disrespect yourself, don't transfer that disrespect to other people's status. Yeah? Actually, that you lack morals. You are now lacking morals from your statements. You are now lacking morals. Are you really a human being? And I'm wondering, are you really a human being? Huh? You come out, just claim things that... Eh? Are you really a human being? Guys, there is a game of wits. There is a game of wits that is coming up. I've told you, these lazy gangs have found a new trick of countering so many things here in the village. And that is one part of it. Number one, you see the person who is unraveling all this shit of stories is one of the biggest and antagonist of Ayamaro. A person led by greed and selfishness. Now, what he needs, what he wants to do is actually to come and break down one bigger family. And that's why you see he has now went ahead reservicing the so-called biological father to the service. Scripting is a scripted father. I call him a scripted father. Scripting for him. Telling him what to do and what not to say. Look at the age of this guy. Look at the age of Cohera Senior. And look at the age of his host. Who is supposed to direct who? That's why I'm asking the old guy to respect. In fact, he's a fossil. To respect his age. Let him respect his age. Let him respect his profession. Somebody who has not gone to school properly comes, tells you that, you know what, something is happening. Do you know that this and this is your son? Hey! Sometimes I pity some guys, and I pity their schools of thought, and I'm pitying the so-called Cohera Senior. His name is not senior, he's a toddler, an aging toddler. That is an aging toddler. I'm calling him an aging toddler. In fact, an old guy at the age of 15 years. Is an old guy who cannot walk by himself. Is an old guy who cannot think by himself. So that is why I'm calling an aging toddler. Yes. With him, you see, even the story is scripted. It is a scripted story. They know after scripting, now they were to open up a channel for him so that he can now talk things loudly. These are my first 3 questions to this guy, Cohera Senior. Cohera Senior, my first question. We are living in Africa. Every community has got customary laws. You claim to have married our decent madam teacher in the village on customary laws. And during separation, also the laws are supposed to be applied. This is Africa. This is Africa. You were to remain with your kids if there was any separation. But I'm asking, you left them went, furnished to thin air. Now you are reservicing, you are resurrecting after 37 years what you are claiming. Is your head functioning? That is my question. Is your head functioning? 37 good years, a man who went to school, left his family, separated with his own blood, are now coming up to claim that that blood is mine. Where have you been? The first video in your channel That is what you are talking about. You see, in 1997, 1985, after me, I married this and this, and you are mentioning names. You are mentioning names. I pity you. What you need won't come. I've said shortcuts in life are not supposed to be there. Don't just apply that short. If you are 30-something years, you are 38 years of teaching. If you are 38 years of profession as a teacher, you haven't arrived, you haven't done anything. Kindly. The 2 years, you have to retire. The 2 years, the 3 years you have, the remaining years you have in your life, you cannot gain what Ayamaru has gained. You can't. You can't be where he is. You are now two different identities. That is what I want to tell you. You and him are two different identities. Don't bring any other connection to his struggles of life. That was my first question. And the conclusion is, don't bring any other connection. You guys are two different identities. And furthermore, no one plus me and you, nobody is going to prove the validity of the story you've been talking about. I know you only started this story because you can talk about this story, and what comes in is that, you see, it is true. I know what you've been doing. The only thing that you wanted, let me put it properly. Yes. Yes. What you want is views. I know your trick. And that is what you are from your teachers. You see, these young teachers who are teaching you, the black people with the black heart, those are guys who are teaching you. And that's why I'm pitying you, old guy. Just go and sit with your other old guys. Talk about something. You've been there. And I'm asking you, all these 37, 38 years, where have you been? Where have you been? Where were you when this so-called son of yours going to school? Did you pay him school fee? Did you clothe him? Did you give him shelter? When he was sick, did you take him to hospital? When he needed food, did you feed him? Now, where do you find that audacity to come out and say that, you see, that is my true blood? What is parenthood? What is parenting? If I may ask you, you've gone to school. What is parenting? And who is a parent? You answer me correctly, then I have no problem with you. But from what I've seen, I can actually guess that you have nothing that you can answer me. Your ill motives, that's why you want to come up and script a story. Tell us how you met, madam, how you did this, how madam's lifestyle and your lifestyle separated you. You see, you are misusing Congrats Mom's name. That is it. A very decent, God-fearing woman. And now you want to say that when you met her, her lifestyle was different from yours because she had gone to school. She was learned. You were learned. You were fresh from college. You were birds of the same feather. Don't joke. Don't make a very big joke of yourself. In fact, you are dirtifying the profession of becoming a teacher. Your teachers will never teach you anymore. These are young kids who are very egocentric. Young kids who are after money. Young kids whose energy is directed towards the destroyal. Let them not bring you into this fight. I want to tell you that these kids are fighting imaginary fights. They make fights in their minds and they start fighting. And that's why, for them to bring down Marwa, they must script a story, and you are going to be the main character the way they have put you to be the main character. They are going to kill you. You see, in any scripted story, the author kills any character that he wants, and those others are going to kill you. I want to tell you the truth. So you answer me those questions I've asked you. Then I'll know you are a true parent. You are a true parent. But meanwhile, if you so claim to be, then the law is supposed to catch up with you for negligence of duty, negligence of responsibility. If by now Marwa was to become a street boy and a street urchin, were you to come up and say that that street boy is mine? Look at what Obama did and Obama's family from Kogelo did. They have been in connection for a very long period. Nobody, and no one had any other fishy story like yours when they saw Obama from being from the Senate to presidency. We have so many superstars in the world, more so in the world of soccer, with the roots from different places. They are always happy going back there. Now you are coming here telling us, this is my true son. Let him know that he should come back to come for his birthright. You are begging. Cohera Senior is begging here. Cohera Senior is begging. You think all those benefits accompanied by Marwa will come back to that far village of Korea East, just because you've just claimed that he's my son? Do you know the meaning of a father figure in a family? Do you know the meaning of a father figure in your family? Now you are trying to attach Marwa with some traits that you believe were are living in your lineage. He's a traveler, like the name we gave him. His grandfather was a traveler. Now, do you want to tell me that he came up, he took all the DNA of traveling from that family where you are now? Give us another person who is a traveler in that family. Because we are seeing his younger siblings, his other siblings, that is David Jr., D. Mwango, they are all traveling over the world. So, who was a traveler? Because you are only claiming of two. The other two, they are travelers. Marwa is a traveler. We have gone to school and we know to script stories. Don't be used as a main character in a scripted story to become a scripted father. You know the procedures. You don't have DNA tests. You are to go for a DNA test first and ask for people. If those guys who are teaching you this, the new game, if they can help you and investigate Marwa's DNA and compare with your DNA, then we can actually say these guys are very clever. These are dumb guys. People, I said, suffering from intellectually deficiency syndrome. And they are now bringing that syndrome to your head. And you are embracing the syndrome. Old guy. Like an old dog who can't be taught new tricks, you cannot also be taught new tricks of life. Be where you are. Get satisfied. He was not there when you were there. You were not there when he was suffering. When he was struggling to rise to stardom, you were not there. You can't wait for somebody to sit well and start claiming that you see that seat. Somebody seated there. That is me. Shame on you. Even in the Bible, it's not supposed to be done like that. It's a very big joke. From an aging toddler, an aging grandfather. Stop. 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 And actually, this is what I'm wondering about. I'm not objecting that you are not supposed to be on YouTube at your age. No. But the motives, your first video and its first motive, I say no. I say no. So my good father, Cohera Senior, just leave I am Marwa alone. Leave our decent madam teacher alone. She's a God-fearing woman. Don't bring it other stories. The tricks are there. That game of wits, we are going to win. You are going to be a loser. And I was asking, you are now, these guys you are dealing with are now quitting the game because they are becoming losers. Just find a place in your heart and sit and say goodbye to these stories they want to feed you. These stories they want you to feed the world so that you can bring a soul down. Shame on you. Shame on you. You are too old to play children's games. You see, we have games for grown-ups and then we have games for kids. Now, it is very shameful to see a grown-up playing games for kids. Like now, jumping a rope, singing public van number 28. You see, those are things now they want you to sing. And they are laughing at you. When they watch you, they say, you see this guy, this old guy is reading a scripted note. He is going to tell us this. Actually, your resurfacing shows the degree of irresponsibility in our African fathers. Not my father. African fathers like Cohera Senior. You are very responsible. We are living in a community full of traditions and laws. Those laws were supposed to take place and take charge and things to happen. Now, you cannot crack a joke for a sensitive matter over phone. Either I called him and he snubbed me. You know where Nyabohanse is. You know where. If you knew where he was, you were to come with a contingent of people and claim your blood. Long time ago. And take care of your blood. That is why I'm asking you. Were you really a father figure? Are you really a father figure? And I doubt. And from me, it's a big no. You want to be a father figure. And you are not. So stop disrespecting this family. Stop disrespecting Marwa. Stop disrespecting Congress Mom. And don't disrespect Marwa's father. Because he has stood with Marwa all this time. He has been a father figure in that family. He has provided in his family. He has done things you were not able to do. He has done things that you are left with and you can't even perform the duties. So, the audacity that you have on coming out live, telling people that you see this and this is mine, that's complete foolishness. It is complete and absolute ignorance. Don't prove your ignorance to the world. Don't prove your irresponsibility to the world. Don't prove to the world that you are a puppet and some people want to play in your mind. Lastly, don't prove to the world that you are an aging toddler, a kid at 70 years. Don't prove to the world that you are a kid at 70 years, a kid at 80 years. Get satisfied with what you have. Satisfaction. Get satisfied. You are a teacher. All the incomes you have. Marwa won't add you anything. He has his own life to do. He has his own things to fulfill. Talking about him, you cannot fulfill what you want. Man up, grow up, age up, and be a good grandparent. And I've said, don't prove to the world that you are you are a kid at 70, you are a kid at 80. No, don't prove to the world that. Don't make yourself a laughing stock. In fact, don't make yourself a laughing stock. So I'm very short. Cohera, if you've heard me, I'm watching you. Kindly stop what you've started. The war you won't win. Stop and stop. Guys, I'm leaving. I told you I was to be short today. And I'm leaving. And for those guys who will be coming for the first time to my channel, kindly consider subscribing. Watch my videos from the start to the end. Like them. Share them. And it's my desire to see myself growing. And I cannot grow without your support. And your support is what I cannot go off stage without talking about it. I love your support. And I'm glad you guys are supporting me. God bless you.